The Shrine of Mary Help of Christians Upper Hill was recognized as a Marian shrine on 30th March 1989 and has since experienced phenomenal growth. From a humble compound with several old residential buildings, there is now a modern compound bustling with various facilities, comprising a state-of-the-art sanctuary, a multi-purpose hall, and head office building of the Salesians in East and Central Africa. The growth of the shrine has seen the number of worshippers and pilgrims increase greatly, exerting pressure on the existing facilities, especially the parking space. In 2015, the then parish director, Father Emilius Salema, set up a committee to try and find a solution to the parking problem. After many meetings and consultations, the committee presented to parishioners a design for a mixed-use development during an open day in April 2016.
I would say that this project is coming at the right time. This shrine is going to be 25 years in 2019, in July of 2019. And over time, when the pioneers were designing this shrine, they did not have in mind that it would in fact become a center of worship in this manner as a parish.
The Ark, as the building was aptly named, was a 12-story building that was to be a mixed-use building, which would be constructed on an undeveloped plot in the shrine compound. Shaped like an arc, the proposed building was to be wide at the bottom and conical at the top. The design had evolved from the original humble car parking silo to a fully fledged mixed-use development. During the first open day in April 2016, the parishioners of the Shrine of Mary Help of Christians Upper Hill gave their views about the proposed development. These recommendations and input have now been incorporated into a final design after being subjected to a feasibility study. The new design was presented to the parishioners during the second open day held on 17 September 2017.
Previously we had 4 basements, but we had to add a 5th basement so that from the ground going upwards is freed for commercial activities.
This new building, that will be the latest landmark in the prime Upper Hill area, will afford one panoramic views of all facades of Nairobi city. The new design seeks to optimize the use of the available space and to get maximum benefit out of the potential of the shrine plot. This project embraces worship, takes into account the beauty of the existing shrine, and is fully responsive to the church's needs. This new building will be rich in imagery of Noah's Ark in the Bible. The Ark corresponded to the dimensions of the human body, which, according to Christian doctrine, is the body of Christ and in turn the body of the church.
Board number 1 presents the design concept. The design concepts are the principles on which the final design is grounded upon. It lists the guiding principles in design that shaped the end product. We considered efficiency in use of the building, and specifically accessibility and movement within the car parking areas and vertical movement into the upper spaces. Board number 2 shows the design evolution from where we started the project as a parking silo, progressing to design 2 and design 3, and now we have a fully fledged mixed-use development. Board number 3 also shows us the context, how the building fits in to the existing. It shows us the views, the panoramic views that the building shall attain at higher levels, and also gives us the lowest basement, basement 5 floor layout plan, where we have the parking spaces together with the bulk water reservoir. Board number 4, we have floor layout plans. This has basement 1, basement 2, basement 3 and 4. And on this board we have the ground floor layout plan showing that the basketball court shall be reinstated when all the basements are fully done. And secondly, the inlet into the basement parking shall be from the main gate entry point at the church, and exiting will be at the neighboring access road. Board number 5, here we have mezzanine, first, second and third floors. The mezzanine and first floor are dedicated for commercial activities. On the second floor, we have purely office space. At the third floor level, we have lecture halls, cum conference facilities. Board number 6, still floor layout plans. This one we have lecture halls at 4th floor level. We have typical 5th, 6th and 7th floor layout plans, which are all open plan office spaces. 8th floor, we have office spaces together with its terrace. 9th floor, office space. Board number 7, floor layout plan for accommodation spaces. We have accommodation at the 10th, 11th and 12th floor level. On each level, we are having 22 executive rooms. We have the roof level, the plan showing the lower terrace level and the upper terrace level, which is purely for recreational activities, complete with a swimming pool. At that level, the building shows a commanding view of the entire CBD. Board number 8, sections showing cut through the building, showing all levels from the lowest basement to the rooftop. The sections expose the activities and the combination of those activities vertically. And the same board gives you the three-dimensional impression of how the building shall look like as viewed from above. Board number 9 shows those panoramic views that our project intends to exploit. From the second floor, going all the way to the rooftop level, at this point in time, we are able to view virtually the entire CBD because there are no obstruction in the neighborhood yet. Board number 10 and the last board give the timelines, how we move from here forward. Running concurrently with the open day, there are the planning activities, extension of leases, change of use and amalgamation.
The location of the project in the Upper Hill area of Nairobi is ideal because it is easily accessible for worshippers, pilgrims and other visitors. The design of the proposed development will ensure that the grotto area will be freed up for worship, pilgrimage, and with the relics of Don Bosco, one can have a very fulfilling day at the shrine. The new design has factored in the rationalization of building elements. It is shaped as a cube at the bottom, modified cylinder at center, and modified cone at the apex of the building. There are still some crucial steps to be taken once the current design has been approved by parishioners and their recommendations included. The project building committee will receive as many recommendations from parishioners as possible to make the whole process very inclusive and participatory.
All suggestions that come for the betterment of the design shall still be incorporated.
For the project planning committee, it has been a long journey that has involved putting in long hours and having wide consultations with many people. The committee has been meeting weekly on Mondays to plan for the project.
So we had a design and planning committee which was being headed by Peter Meriti, and that's the committee that we charged to work with the consultants now to actualize this. We also noted we needed resources. So we formed a committee on fundraising, and this committee is headed by JJ, John Jagi, and his role was supposed to think around the ways we can raise money to fund this project. Although we didn't even know the numbers as yet, we had estimates, but we started thinking early of how we can be able to come up with this. We also came up with another committee which is called the Finance Committee, which is chaired by Philip Wandiba. And the purpose of this committee was to think about the financial modeling.
The committee has put together a 34-month program for the delivery of the project. The detailed program will ensure that all the required steps are followed so that the project is completed within the estimated time and meets all legal requirements.
We were able to agree together with the leadership of the church itself, the Salesians. We will hive off a part of the land from the main church property, annex it to the plot to make it 1 acre, and also we'll be able to create a special purpose vehicle that would be able to host this property.
The Shrine Director, Father Abel Njeru, believes that this project has come at the right time and will offer comfort to parishioners, leading to the growth of spirituality.
In terms of giving comfort for parishioners as they come to worship, so they are not preoccupied with the safety of their property, it is going to guarantee them that freedom to worship.
This project has been a cherished dream for the parishioners of the Shrine of Mary, Help of Christians, Upper Hill. The project is planned with a future in mind, and it looks beyond the current time. The intention is to make the shrine a center for pilgrimage.
It is not over-ambitious, but we will be receiving in the years to come pilgrims from all over Salesian Africa who will be needing to be accommodated for the time that they will be on pilgrimage in this place. This project is going to see to that need. We are looking beyond 2017 to even 25, 30 years to come.
The total cost of the project is estimated to be around 3 billion shillings. To kickstart the project, the parishioners of Shrine of Mary, Help of Christians will be expected to contribute at least 142 million shillings. The project will demand a lot of input from the parishioners. A lot of financial resources will be required to make the dream come true, but where there is a will, there is always a way. The project is not for doing business, but for the salvation of souls.
Every contribution that can be made towards the realization of this project is directly linked to the salvation of the soul of the person who does that or gives that support.
The financial model of the project is Build, Operate and Transfer, BOT. The committee found this financial model to be the most viable. The planning committee will identify a contractor and financier for the project. To make this dream come true, the fundraising committee of the project has come up with several ways of raising funds for the project.
For the parishioners, our appeal is this is a project, it's our project. We are the church. They can help in very many ways in looking for BOT partners. They can also chip in their own resources. We cannot come up with the ways in which they can help. It's only us individual parishioners who can tell how they can help. So we appeal to them to step forward. Whatever you can do to assist realize this project.
The parishioners at the shrine have given tremendous support to the planning committee. A lot of input from the parishioners has been considered to come up with the final design of the project. Many have given their financial support, while others have offered spiritual support to the planning committee. The parishioners have positively received the new design and are looking forward to its commencement and completion. They have wholeheartedly supported the project and embraced it as their own.
What strikes me most about the project is the vision and the foresight. And I'm very happy that we can think about 25, 30 years time to come.
It not only increases the space and the parking, but also it makes this place, or rather the church, more of what it should be, a place of worship and a place of recollection.
I attend the 11 o'clock mass and we get late because of the jam all the way from Bunyala roundabout. So I think it's a good concept because it will ease congestion and will be early for mass.
The dream is now down on paper, and what is remaining is to make it a reality. A lot of resources, financial, spiritual, human resource and moral, will be required. but the parishioners of Don Bosco Shrine are united in purpose to make this dream come alive.
Let us run out to propagate the spirituality, Marian spirituality, Eucharistic spirituality, and the charism that Don Bosco left behind for us, as it is exemplified and existing in this shrine and this locality of Don Bosco Upper Hill.
This mixed-use development will bring comfort to the parishioners of the Shrine of Mary, Help of Christians, Upper Hill. The perennial parking problem will be solved, and they will have additional facilities for recreation, hosting pilgrims, and commercial spaces that will generate income for the shrine. Most important is that the design of the shrine will remain intact and more area will be freed up for worship. Just like in the Bible, the Ark will give sanctuary to a lot of people.